Good morning and welcome to Gospel Bytes, where we take a bite at the Gospel for the day. Today is Tuesday, January 16th. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark. Glory to you, O Lord. This is taken from Mark chapter 2, verses 23 to 28. As Jesus was passing through a field of grain on the Sabbath, his disciples began to make a path while picking the heads of grain. At this, the Pharisees said to him, "Look, why are they doing what is unlawful on the Sabbath?" He said to them, "Have you never read what David did when he was in need, and he and his companions were hungry? How he went into the house of God with Abiathar, when Abiathar was high priest, and ate the bread of offering that only the priests could lawfully eat, and shared it with his companions. Then he said to them, The Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath. That is why the Son of Man is Lord, even of the Sabbath." The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. So today Jesus clarifies the importance of the Sabbath. The Sabbath was created, was declared by God so that at least on the seventh day, at least one day a week, humanity is able to rest and to do what is best, which is best for their families, for their bodies, and especially for their souls. One time I asked some children, "How would you like if you go to school 7 days a week?" And all the children violently said, "No, no, no, we want a day off at least." Even workers would like to have a day off where they would spend some time resting and being with family. It's good for the body, good for the relationships. It's even machines need time to rest from worries, rest from physical labor. So it's good for the body, but also for relationships. But there's also one more thing. It's a rest for the soul. No? And the greatest rest comes from our relationship with God. Jesus said, "Come to me, all you who labor and are weary, and I will give you rest." The greatest rest is our rest in the Lord. So it's not just to rest, it's not just to abstain from physical labor, but it's more of finding what is good to recharge the body, the relationships, the soul. And doing charity is a way by which we continue to do what is best for us, to do what is best for the soul, what is best for the relationships, because we are um, we're not just resting, but we're also, you might say, nurturing our relationships. In this case, the priests fed David and his companions on the Sabbath. So the law is not to restrict people from doing good, not to restrict people from praying, but it is to foster the good of humanity, the good of the person, which includes charity. That's why the Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath. We're not just to adhere to laws, but the Sabbath was actually made for the good of humanity. And because we could be performing all those rituals without without any benefit to the human person. Huh? And so that's why it's important too that we take rest, but also to go to Mass, because the Mass is the way by which we heal from our tiredness, from our worries. At least one day a week, we don't worry. We cast all our cares on Jesus, on God, and we trust that God will take care of us. We rest from our worries and we rest in God. And then there is no better way to rest than to come to Mass to say, Lord, here I am. Here are all my worries. Here is my body, my soul. I can rest at least for this day. I can rest in you. Huh? So it's not just to rest the body, but also to rest the soul. But I think there's a second point to this gospel is that when Jesus compared David with the apostles, Jesus is saying that he is creating a new priesthood because these priests in the time of David shared the bread that was only reserved for the priests. He shared it with David and his companions. Likewise, Jesus was surrounded with his companions. It's like he's saying, okay, notice everybody is supposed to rest on Sunday except the priest. The priest is the busiest person in during Sunday, but he is not charged with breaking the law because he's doing the act of God, the act of charity of God. And now he is extending this to his apostles. He's saying, you see how those priests extended the privileges of the priesthood to David and his companions. Now Jesus is saying that privilege, he is creating a new priesthood which surrounds around Jesus. And they will be working also on the Sabbath. And so he is introducing a new kind of priesthood, which is uh, working on the Sabbath and which is extending their charity towards the people of the Sabbath. So there's something deeply theological about this scene, that it's not just about doing charity on Sunday, but it's an introduction of a new priesthood based on Jesus Christ. Not so much on the law anymore, not so much on the Sabbath, but Jesus saying, "I am the Lord of the Sabbath." It's centered on me now, not on the law, but on me. So Jesus is the center of our um, all our spirituality and all our rituals, all our charity, everything that we do points us and brings us closer to Jesus. I'm Father Jerry Sembrano for another edition of Gospel Bites. God bless you. We'll see you soon. Have a nice day.